Have you ever played with a person that you can never find, never seems to miss, and never dies? Well, that person's either a hacker or doesn't exist, as everyone makes mistakes, even I. But you can get pretty close and reliable, and that's what we're here to learn today. How to be a sniper. There are two attributes that make a sniper: patience and precision. Patience is waiting until the target is most vulnerable, but also knowing when not to take the shot. Precision is about being consistent, hitting shots that no one else can, whilst giving as little info to the enemy as possible. Patience comes with experience and knowledge. Precision we can work on. At maximum accuracy as possible. So what I'm doing here, I'm sitting down, I have my back against the wall, I have my right hand on my cheek, my left hand on my knee and in front of me, and I have my eye basically on the crosshair. I use my knee like a tripod. My right hand is basically glued to my face, so it moves with my head. You want to have calm aim. The calmer you are, the more stable you will be. And I use this technique to be as consistent as possible. Stable aim, that's the main thing. To explain how I snipe, I have separated my style into 3 different techniques: aggressive, long range, and stealthy. Aggressive is using a sniper like an assault rifle, pushing up and taking objective. Long range isn't just sitting at the back of the map with a sniper, it's having an overview of the battlefield and helping your teammates navigate around enemies and flank. Stealth is the master of both, knowing when to push and when to stay hidden. They don't just outperform the enemy, they outthink the enemy. Aggressive is basically using it like a rifle. Being aggressive, you're pushing the point. If there are active targets out there, you would use cover, or you would use superior cover, accuracy and range, says missing the target, to overwhelm your opponent. Stealth and accuracy matter a little bit, but not as much. I recommend a DMR for this, because you can do follow-up shots quicker, but even the bolt action works as well. Where's that hit? Basically, you're using your sniper like an assault rifle, but a little more aware of people, cover, and a bit more cautious. Requirements of this are knowledge of cover, or no, there you go. Knowledge of how to use cover, a little bit of concealment, and quick, fast aim. Long range shooting. What is it? Well, what it is this. I'm sitting on a high place with good view of everything. I have a way to run away if I'm getting shot at, so I can disengage from the fight. But the main thing is shooting targets that are maybe harder to hit for your teammates, shooting targets in general, and having the bird's eye view. So if I see there's, let's say, guys coming around that corner, and I have like a team, or I have mates in that building and a mate over there, I can tell them where they are, and then I can help them be more aware of their surroundings. Basically, a big ass camera with a talking mouth. That's the recon aspect, but obviously, most kids who want to do sniping do not do recon at all, which is fine, but it's helpful. So, most people want to shoot targets and say, I hit a long shot, which is honestly pretty fun. So, how long do you need to shoot to think about shooting long range? I think hitting that target should be a minimum if you're shooting long range. So, if you can't hit that target from up here at least, or from this range, you might want to get that accuracy down a bit. Otherwise, you're not going to be contributing apart from just spotting at positions. That's another thing that's great about shooting long range. You don't have to hit anything to be helpful, so long as you know where your friendlies are, and you can spot people and call out positions and get a general sense and be helpful. It's fine. Honestly, having a guy that's communicating well is sometimes more important and more helpful than a guy who's just popping off. But yeah, hitting that target there should be a entry level for a long range sniper. I class this as starting long range, or mid-ish. Remember, when you're sniping long range, you've got all the time in the world. You don't have to unload hell. One shot's all it needs. If you're doing it right, they shouldn't be able to see you, they shouldn't even know you're there. All the time in the world. And remember, there's bullet drop and bullet time, so you gotta account for that. Let's shoot them all. There you go. Good deal. And we're out of ammo. Nice. So yeah, the ones that fire like that's the long range I like. You know, those are the fun shots. How does stealth work? Well, stealth is if aggressive was running at the enemy and long range was firing artillery at the enemy, then stealth is going around behind them and stabbing them in the back. That's probably good enough. It's going to place that no one else would, so you don't get spotted and you can have an easier shot. So oh come on Windows. So you have to be creative. Let's say, as an example, we have someone we want to kill, and he's say here. Yeah, that guy over there. So we've already done aggressive. Aggressive would just beeline it for that cover and then just unload hell. Sniper would probably run back there, break line of sight, go up the hill and shoot them along. We're not doing these. We're doing sneaky. So what would stealth do? Stealth would, a bit like sniper, break line of sight. Therefore, no information can travel between us. So we don't know where each other is. And if you didn't know we were there in the first place, doesn't know we exist at all. So, I think a good description of stealth is you're a long range sniper, except you don't shoot long range, and you're shooting from behind. You're using your stealth to the best of your advantage. So, our mate, or our target, expects us to be like a lot of other people, running straight at him, or sitting at the back of the map. We're stealthy. We don't do what everyone else does. That's the whole point. Makes us unpredictable. We are going behind him. Sure. Right. The goal of this, the whole reason why we do this, is it's a lot easier to shoot a target that doesn't know you're there. Because then they don't react to you being there and, try and take cover or shoot back.
You see over there? Go!
So, do this. Sneak around. Okay, this should be decent. So we slowly peek the edge, looking for anyone else that might see us. Checking corners, checking hills. Okay, we see guy, but it's not the one we're going for. We see our target. Make sure he's not moving, about to do anything stupid. And then we line up a shot. And as soon as we hit him, we duck. Why do I do that? Two reasons. Well, one reason really. This is a game. Hence, respawns are a thing. Which means 5 seconds after they go down, they can still see people. They can still look around and see if anyone might shot them. Which is honestly great for helping new people learn, but we're trying not to be seen. So, as soon as we fire, if we have the option to, we'll break line of sight. So, they basically get no information out of that, and they just die. Also, maybe a mate's next to him, and he's just watched his mate drop dead, and it's like, where the fuck did that come from? Same thing. Now, the only time this shouldn't work is if you're out in the open or you can't duck behind cover. Best thing is, don't move. Be a statue. Just don't move, because the brain looks for things that are moving. Moving. So if you don't move, don't get spotted. So yeah. Recon is also helpful, because I can now see behind what they think is cover. But the one thing keeping you alive in this technique is the fact that you're not being spotted. It allows you to take bigger risks and go to even more sketchy positions. It's not about the best cover or, oh for God's sake, piss off, or the best position to see everything. It's about not being seen in the first place. That is your cover. obviously this is a pretty good spot. I am signed on to them, they're not probably going to expect me to be up here, and I have a full overview of the battle. Right? Pretty good. However, you would notice behind me is a big bright sky, which means it only takes one of them to look this way and see a head bobbing around and a big long stick sticking out of it. And considering it's all flat down here, they'll probably see, oh, that's an enemy. Or, that's a dude. Anyone up there? No. Okay, that's an enemy. Which means we'll get spotted fairly quickly if we're, let's say, inconsistent and miss a few shots. So, whilst being up high for stealth is kind of fun, it's not particularly the best sometimes. Expect to get shot eventually. A better position, or for stealth at least, would be, oh no, let's see, let's go exploring. This might be better. Yeah, this will do fine. It's not amazing. It's still backlight a little. But here's another thing. This one was really on the hill where you get a higher view. We don't see too much this way, we have to peek up quite a bit to see this way. But we see a fair bit. We have cover, a way out. We're not too silhouetted. We're also not showing much of ourselves because we got this giant bit of cover here. Which means we can do this. Makes life easier. So yeah. A lot of this stealth comes down to just knowing the map. So, ooh, wait a second. This is way better. For stealth at least. We're not backlit at all, it's dark corner. We see a little less, a little more. The one downside about this is we don't have any cover whatsoever. So we're showing our full body to whatever our targets are. And there is no escape. Which means this is a stealth position. Full on force. The only thing keeping you alive is the fact that no one's going to shoot you. Or no one's seen you. And it's a lot harder to see you. So yeah. There is an escape, but we have to stand up and run. Which is not the time you need. Usually if you get spotted and it's around this range, you're dead. Or rifles, even at this range, are pretty effective. And plus, if their spawn is like here, if we stand up and go here, we may have stopped from them, but we're still going to get a shot here. So yeah. Stealth is a risky technique. When you try it, you will probably die a lot more and a lot more frequently. But once you get good, you may survive longer. You may even do well. So the priorities are basically don't get spotted, recon, shoot people. That's about it. So, you've learned how to push, how to help the team, and how to be quiet. Let's see if you can recognize what you've learned in this quick montage.
I'm in the menu.
One down.
I thought I seen someone that had a heart attack. You got one going left mountain.
Whoops, how'd that get in there? So what did we learn? It doesn't really matter what we learned, as long as you get out there and have some fun.